Hi and welcome. You're watching another TBC 24/7 live broadcast on We Are Giving Away Wealth. My name is Paul and today's date is July 26, 2018, and this is episode 104. TBC is short for the Billion Coin. It's a cryptocurrency that came out 2 years ago, and we did not put our coin on the trading market. So you won't find us on the coin market cap. And the reason we did that is because we have a mission to eliminate global poverty. And in order to accomplish that mission, we have to have a small amount of centralization or control over how we distribute our coin throughout the world. And once a coin goes on the market, you cannot do that. Anyone who wants can come along and purchase all they want if they've got the money and can basically control the value of that coin when it's on a market, just like they do with stocks and all the other markets. And the prices of those coins go up and down, and it's really hard to have faith that they're going to go up and stay going up. Of course, if you hang on to some of those coins over a long period, then they'll tend to go up because of supply and demand. For instance, Bitcoin is only producing 21 million coins, and it was the first cryptocurrency to come out. So there's your supply and demand. Okay, many other coins have come out since Bitcoin with different amounts as their supply and demand. The point is, they keep putting themselves on a trading market, the trading market. And of course, once they do that, then they've given up all control of how they can distribute their coins. So even though our blockchain is completely decentralized with the Billion Coin, which a division of our coin is called Kringles. Like a division of Bitcoin is called Satoshi. So we like to refer to our coin as Kringle coins because the price of one full TBC, or the Billion Coin, is currently valued at over $8.5 million. We have the most expensive coin because of how we base the value of our coin. And that value increases every single day and never ever goes down. So the way we did it is we created an algorithm, a formula that bases the value of our coin on human beings, living human beings, you and I. Every man, woman, and child in the world is got unlimited value within themselves. So when someone joins and becomes a member of our private community, of the Billion Coin community, it raises the value of our coin, the actual Billion Coin, by 1 grain of gold. And 1 grain of gold currently is worth $2.60. So each person that joins raises the value of our Billion Coin by $2.60. So if 100 people join today, the price of our coin would go up another $260. Okay, if 1,000 join today, then it would go up another $2,600 for today in price. And this is why we have the most valuable coin in the world, because we have over 3 million members in just the last 2 years. And we're at the point where we're going to start exploding in our growth. When we came out with the coin 2 years ago, we had a 5-year plan to get it all accomplished, meaning to get 1 billion people and eliminate global poverty. We knew that if we did that, it will make enough changes in this world that it's almost hard to comprehend. We have just been so brainwashed into having a mental state of scarcity that we don't realize just how abundant this planet is. We have no idea, most of us. Okay, I certainly didn't a few years ago. So when I got into blockchain technology, which was created by the creator of Bitcoin back in 2009, I realized that this was a technology that, again, was not going to go away. It was only going to get better, just like the internet, just like any other good technology that comes out, only gets better. Blockchain technology is here. It's never going away. During my research initially, and that's how not only did I get involved with Bitcoin, because they were the first, and I heard about Bitcoin back in 2011 and didn't do anything about it because I thought that was crazy, okay? Most of us thought that. And only the people that really had a good technological background were able to understand the reality of the blockchain platform and the blockchain technology. And of course, they were lucky and they got involved, okay? But it's okay. Anybody can still come in and buy pieces of Bitcoin in spite of the fact that it's currently priced at $6,000 per coin, around there. I haven't looked for a week or so. I just purchased some Satoshi back 2 years ago, and a little over 2 years ago, and just have left it in my wallet and watched it go up in price over time. So I'm happy. I do not trade it on a market exchange. So people that are in a position to do that with Bitcoin are in a real good position with that particular coin. Okay, but again, that coin is only going to remain an option to protecting your wealth that you most likely have in the stock market, fiat currency, Federal Reserve notes. Some of you may have gold and silver, precious stones, platinum, but most of us don't. And it's pretty difficult to carry around those items if you want to hang on to it and use it as money. If ever the system we're on crashes. And we have seen crashes in the stock market. We have seen people lose here in America their homes and their retirements. So we know for a fact that it does happen and it's going to happen again. So it doesn't take very much research to go back and look at a short history of the Federal Reserve and the Federal Reserve Act that was passed in 1913 and what has happened here in America for the last 105 years. The main thing I always bring up is in 1971, Nixon took us, meaning the American people, the monetary system, off of the gold standard, which meant that you can no longer take those Federal Reserve notes and cash them in for gold, any amount of gold, nothing. They're worthless. You can't cash them in for anything. It's just paper money or digital money. It's not money. It's currency. And the only thing that keeps it going is the faith of the people that use it. And the people are losing faith all over the world in this US dollar Federal Reserve note. So things are changing, and cryptocurrency is playing an absolute humongous part in it. It will. Okay, it's just barely starting to, but it's there. And the ones that are involved, like you and I, know where it's going. So when we came out with our coin, we had this mission, and we knew that in order to accomplish it, we needed to control the distribution of the wealth of our coin. And we decided that we would create 1 billion coins. No more than that, just 1 billion. Out of a population of 7.6 billion people in the world, we're just going to make 1 billion coins. Okay? But obviously, when we hit that billionth person, the price of the coin will max out. And if the price of gold remains the same in 2 to 3 years when we hit this first billion as it is today, then each one of those coins will be worth $2.6 billion. Okay? Each coin. So if you had one coin, you would be worth $2.6 billion. You'd be a multi-billionaire. Okay? So we are creating, and this is why we call it the billion coin, by the way. We are creating 1 million billionaires, multi-billionaires. When we have accomplished that, then we will create 1 billion multimillionaires. And when we are done, then we will take our wallet system, which is where we have our control. The wallet system is centralized. We will decentralize the wallet because there'll be no point in controlling that anymore. We would have accomplished our goal, and we can do whatever we want with our coins without worrying about discounting or lowering the value. So as we grow, when we join, we agree through the membership agreement to never do anything that would lower the price of our coin, like sell it at a discount. Like, okay, I've got $1,000 of Kringle coins. I'll sell it to you for $100. Okay, that is a big no-no because that would actually it would destroy the value of the coin if everybody did that, or if even enough people did that. We have to abide by that algorithm that raises that value of that coin every single day. So if we sold $100 worth of Kringle today, we are going to sell $100 of Kringle tomorrow. If it's one less Kringle because the price went up, okay, that's the way it is. That's how we value our coin. And it is complete logic. That is why our coin is the first abundance-based cryptocurrency in the world. It will not be the last. It will not stay and remain the only one. There's another one we already are aware of that's coming out next year. And so being as we are the first abundance-based coin, exactly what does that mean? Again, it means that the price never goes down. That's what it means. And since we are able to distribute our wealth because of the controlling of the wallet system, we can distribute that wealth fairly evenly, right, amongst the first billion members of our community. We will have so much wealth, that first billion individuals, that we will be able to take care of the other 6.6 billion people on this planet in complete and total abundance. Complete and total abundance. That means a great deal to me because of the information I have learned over the last 2 years in being involved with this coin. And of course, learning about, I haven't learned a lot, but I've learned enough about the blockchain technology to know it's 100% real. And I can see its potential. And this is what has created a passion in me, because I have never understood why there is poverty, financial poverty, why there is these developing countries still in this age, in 2018. And of course, I know why there is. And I know it's the central bankers and their debt-based economic system. And this system, obviously, since they went off to gold, is on a time frame. The clock is ticking down, let's put it that way, on that system. It can't sustain itself when it just continues to make currency out of thin air with no value, no real value, no assets behind it. And it will crash, and it's getting ready to. I mean, it's been, 40 something years that it has not been backed by anything of value. So it has to crash and burn. And if the central bankers hang on to the narrative, meaning they stay in control, then they'll have to bring out gold again to back up their new currency, because that's the only thing that the people here in the United States will believe in and have faith in and use. And of course, they'll turn around over time. They're very patient, and they'll eventually take it away again. They do what they do. This is what they did with the Federal Reserve Act in 1913. They took control of our money. Okay? The Constitution says that we, the people, make our own money. And we give that control to the government. Well, the government was bought and paid for by the bankers, and they're the ones that turned it over to a private bank, which called themselves the Federal Reserve Bank. It has nothing to do with the government. There's nothing federal about it. It was just a gimmick to fool the people of America into thinking they had something to do with the government. Well, yeah, they did. They bought the government. And they're in charge of printing their money. And they loan it to our government with interest attached. It was never supposed to happen. But they've done it before. The last president prior to 1913 who got rid of that system was Andrew Jackson. But then it came back again when they put in Woodrow Wilson as president. William Taft was running for his second term in 1912, and he was not threatened whatsoever by Woodrow Wilson. But Taft wanted nothing to do with the central banking system. So the central bankers turned to Teddy Roosevelt, the president prior to Taft, and convinced him to run against those two and draw the votes away from Taft so that Woodrow Wilson could win. And it worked. 3 days later, when Wilson took office, he passed the Federal Reserve Act. And over the decades, our economic system has gotten worse and worse and worse to the point where the value of that dollar is 97.5% gone. Some people think it's even more. Due to inflation, due to the devaluation of that currency over the years, taking away the silver, taking away the gold. Okay, what does this have to do with a cryptocurrency called the Kringle coin or the Billion coin? Everything. Because we are an abundance-based coin, because the value of our coin always goes up, because we're not on a market, we are not just an option to protect your current wealth in those Federal Reserve dollars, in whatever form you've got them. We are an absolute solution to all of the lack of control over that wealth that we have, those of us who have some. Most Americans don't have any savings. They're going to be dependent on their Social Security, if that's still around when these 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, and 40-year-olds get to 62. And again, that would have to be Federal Reserve notes that they're getting paid with. Okay, so I'm talking about a solution to everything, not just those of us who have stocks and bonds or whatever we have, or an IRA or a 401k that we're going to use in our retirement. I'm talking about every single person on this planet being lifted up from whatever position they're at into complete and full abundance. With that abundance, we the people take back our control. We have been slaves to a system. Some people call them the elite. Some people call them the cabal. Those are both true statements. Some people call them the central bankers. Some people call them the deep state. Okay? These individuals have to go away. And they are currently unbelievably concerned about what is going on with cryptocurrency and the blockchain technology. It scares the heck out of them because they know that if people turn to that, they will lose all their power over us. And we, the people, will have our own money in whatever kind of cryptocurrency we have that will be a solution. And right now, the Billion coin or the Kringle coin is the only one. And because we base our value on membership growth, human beings coming in and signing up a registration form, spending $10 on their lifetime wallet with no transaction fees. Every human being can afford $10. Because we have done that, we are offering a solution to so much that goes with poverty, all the symptoms that go with poverty. Not only that, which you can just start thinking about, and I could go on and talk 20 minutes just coming up with all the different things that abundance will eliminate, or the lack of poverty will eliminate. It won't turn the world into paradise, but it will eliminate so much that it will change the world into a much better place. But of course, you have to be like-minded. You can't be selfish and you can't be greedy. You have to have no problem with everybody being wealthy. Of course, some will be more wealthy and some will be less wealthy, but everybody must be wealthy, okay? And that evens the plane, okay? And nobody has to stress out about lack of, okay? And it's that lack of that we really don't understand unless we literally are interested in technology, are interested in things that will drive us to do research on technology. That's what's happened with me. Okay, so I have done research. I have learned all about, I learn a lot about history. History goes hand in hand with technology, okay? Because it's history. So I did research. When I came across Albert Einstein, I researched him. When I came across Nicholas Tesla, I researched him. Tesla had invented wireless electricity back in the 30s, in the 1930s. In fact, Einstein and Tesla's life overlapped. But the problem is our patent system. When people invent something, they have to give all the details about how they did it in order to get that patent for it, to protect their information, their intellectual information. When the patent office reads this, and they are owned by the central banking system, who has been controlling the resources of the world, and they also control technology because they can say, okay, let me take that patent. Let me take that information and we'll just put it in a safe. Because if we can't put a meter on that, it's not going to happen. Okay? We will continue to use fossil fuel. We will continue to do what we want to do to control the people. And we will charge them for everything we possibly can. And that's how they've done it. And don't take my word. You can do the research if you're new, okay? And for those of you who are already members, you guys probably know about the blog post last night, okay? That's absolutely 100% true. I can tell you that right now because I've already done the research. I already knew all of that. And this is part of the huge passion I have, is the fact that all of this technology we have had for decades, and it has been taken away and sheltered from us without our knowledge. And those individuals have been shut down. Tesla, they took all his grant money away when they found out. And he died in poverty. And that wireless electricity is only coming out now because they finally caught up and they can meter it. Just like they meter us with the Wi-Fi that's free. But it's not free because they've got a meter for it, don't they? Same as the internet, right? That is Wi-Fi, I guess. So cell phones, service, anything that has to do with electricity or energy should all be free. So yes, if you haven't, those of you who are watching, let me go over and see who's here. if anyone's here. Those of you who are watching. Crypto TBC, Romeo, how you doing? Christina, hi. Nice to meet you. Don't know if I have before. Thank you, Romeo. It is true, isn't it? And it bothers me. I have a hard time, dealing with it, but I know that we haven't been able to do anything about it. We're just not in that position. But look at us now. Look at us now. Blockchain technology is here. And through that technology, as crazy as it is, it's a money system, we can actually free ourselves and bring back all that technology and bring back all that abundance and give it to the whole world for free. Yeah, that's the power of the people having their own money in their own hands. The billion coin community, the Kringle coin community is here. We're 2 years old and we are designed to get the coins that we have created into your hands. That's how we've been designed. We don't just let them sit in our wallet because our algorithm is based on you and I. People. We need people to have those Kringle coins in their wallet. And we need our first billion people. And then we've accomplished our goal. We're only at 3 million. So yes, we're in a really, really fantastic position right now. And the creators of our coin reward all members of the community with free coins. If we will do little things like this broadcast I'm doing to get the word out, or if we just go out and tell our friends and family and loved ones about the Kringle coin, if we would go out and tell merchants and retailers and service providers about what our coin can do, and when they realize that they can accept our coin and it's going to be more valuable to the next day and more valuable the next week and more valuable the next month, and then a little light's going to go on in their head, in their head, hopefully. And if they're in a position where they don't need to turn around and buy something to replace what they're selling, the situation is the same with Bitcoin right now. Only those who are in a position to take the Bitcoin and put it in their wallet and just let it sit there can do it. And those individuals are in a very, very good position because they're just accepting Bitcoin, okay, at a lower price because they're selling their product at a profit. So that profit, they don't need some of it. It sits there and goes up in value as long as they just leave it alone, right? Hang on for dear life. HODL. They know a year from now, Bitcoin's going to be up. So those who can take it are in a marvelous position. But those who can take the billion coin or Kringle coin they're sitting even more prettier because business people are going to have a whole lot more faith in a coin that never goes down in value and only goes up. So when they realize they can buy something for $10 and sell it for $100, but if they accepted Kringle coins, $100 worth of Kringle coins, and that price will go up until we hit our first billion members, that $90 they made in profit what could end up being worth 90,000, could be end up being worth 900,000. I haven't done the numbers. Okay. But do you see what I'm saying? They sold something for $10, and in 2 or 3 years, the $90 they made in profit is going to be worth hundreds of times more. And they can do that as much as they can handle it, as long as they got enough cash flow going through with that fiat Federal Reserve note. Okay. Now, one more thing I want to touch on with the Federal Reserve note is the fact that we've got a president now here in America that is the third president since Taft that has not been bought and paid for by the central bankers. And this individual, along with the rest of us patriots, we have and have had a plan for longer than most people realize to get rid of the central banking system. So when that system crashes, either Trump's going to hang on in the narrative or the central bankers are going to hang on in the narrative. Whoever hangs on to it wins, basically. We're going to make sure that we win and that we get rid of the central banking system. So what will happen to the Federal Reserve note? Well, we'll come out with a new currency, our currency, and it will be backed by gold. And this is what other countries are already doing. So yes, there'll be a transition period when that actually happens, but hopefully not too bad. But again, we always tell people, common sense, it's going to come. And no matter what, it wouldn't hurt to have a little bit of extra food, a little bit of extra water or water filters, a little bit of extra of that fiat cash, because we're going to see massive inflation right then at the end. And if the banks have a holiday, which means they close on you, then you won't be able to go get any money. You won't be able to use your Visa and MasterCard. Okay. So you'll need a little bit of cash. Okay. So just some basic common sense and logic, and you can prepare a little bit. If you need some medications, you're worried about that, get some extra medications if there's any way possible. Okay. I know the system is rigged against us. It is. Oh, they've got us. They've got us. We're slaves so bad. It's pretty pathetic. But I'm willing to do anything to get my freedom back, even if it means dying. I am a real patriot. That's the way I was raised. Okay. All right. So that's why I am so passionate about getting the information about the Kringle coin, cryptocurrency out there to you people that hopefully will come across this video in your research on cryptocurrencies, because you will not find our coin on the market. So the only way you're going to hear about it is through somebody telling you about it or coming across one of our videos. That we as a community try to do as many as we can right now, because the masses we already see are just starting. They're just starting to come into cryptocurrency. The masses, just like the internet. The masses started to come in. We saw it about 1996. We saw the masses just start to come in. And every year, more and more people got on the internet. And the internet just spread worldwide. By 2000, it was considered mature. Then it just exploded. Okay, with the search engines that came out like Google, and then the social media platforms, chatting services where we can talk to anybody for free all over the world. I mean, it's just, isn't it amazing where we are now in 2018? Okay, so we're letting you know, because of experience, that that cryptocurrency, because we're not all that exciting, right? We're not a platform that we can use to do some kind of business on, but kind of we are. But we can't chat with it, right? We can't do any social media with it. But we're offering you wealth. We're giving it away. We're giving you our coins away. We're not going to charge you $8 million, $8.5 million for a full coin. We will give you a coin if you'll just do a little of this, a little of that. Whatever the creators of the coin come out with, and we have a blog system that we have had since the beginning, where they blog, where they post 2, 3, 4, up to 10 times a day. It keeps us up to date with everything they're doing and everything they're offering, and we have an unbelievable community. It's something you've never seen the likes of with anything. I haven't. Okay. And we want you to become a part of it. We want you as part of our first billion people. And it's very easy to get started. You know, a name, an email, create a username, create a password, tell us what country you live in. And that's basically it. Pay your $10 fee. You got your back office. You got your lifetime wallet with no transaction fees. You have the ability to give that gift away to your friends and family, and they're connected to you, kind of like your own family within a huge family. It's just unbelievable. We are already using money. We were using it as money 5, 6 months after the coin came out. We were doing peer-to-peer transactions with each other, with small merchants. We're still doing that. We're buying cars, electronics, just you name it, we're buying it. Okay? And as our economy gets bigger, and it currently is not even as big as Bitcoin, but Bitcoin has 12 million only using that coin in the entire world. We've got 3. Okay? So with the rate we're going, with the growth that we're seeing, we will overtake Bitcoin in just a few months, 6 months at the most. And then it only will get bigger. The more people find out, then you know how that is. The more the word gets spread and more people will come in the following day. So if we're bringing in 5,000, say today, we'll get to 6,000. A week later, we could be bringing in 10,000 a day. A month later, we could be bringing in 40,000 a day. You see what I'm saying? That's the way it works. So yes, we will, and we're on schedule. In fact, we're probably ahead of schedule because we have built a brand new blockchain platform with transaction speeds equal to what MasterCard and Visa can do all over the world. And they're not on a blockchain. Okay? We can do the same average that they're doing right now. Okay? We are the only cryptocurrency that can move at those kind of speeds. We are the only blockchain platform currently that can move at those speeds. Like I said, we're just ahead because we're already 2 years old and we've been planning all this. Okay? And it's like I said with the geopolitical situation going on in the world. There are people, patriots, like-minded individuals who have planned it out. We got Trump in, and we're going to get things accomplished. We're already doing it, right? We're making peace in everything we do. You saw peace in the Korean Peninsula. You're going to continue to see that until it's completely done. You're seeing peace being created in Syria, and you're going to see peace in Iran. And we're going to make peace anywhere and everywhere that needs to be made peaceful. And we have a lot of friends in this world who are tired of the evil that the central banking systems do, the wars that they create to profit and control. So just as we have that plan, we have this other plan, okay, with eliminating the poor. So it's going to get done. Let me just say that. Okay, but we want you to obviously be a part of it. And so we are spreading the news that, hey, we're giving away our wealth. Okay, we're giving away our wealth to you. Do you want to be wealthy? It's not too good to be true. If you know anything about blockchain technology, you know it's real. Okay, if somebody were to say, like those of you who know about Bitcoin, right? Hey, I want to just give you Bitcoin. If the owner came back and said, I want to start giving it away, the last 4 million coins that I'm going to mine, I want to give that to you guys. I want to kind of spread it out. Well, you wouldn't be able to spread it out very much, right? But I'm just giving you an example of how we are now, and we have been since the beginning. It's kind of like that ship that we kind of feel like we missed the boat with Bitcoin, because we could have owned it for $1 a coin, and now it's at 6,000 a coin. Okay, well, our ship is still at the dock, and it's going to remain at the dock until we hit our first billion. Then we let the ship go. You've never seen that. So please, if you're new, go down below the video here, and there's a description that will give you all the information. And perhaps tomorrow or the next video I do, I'll go over that information and kind of really show you how simple things are. We want to make it so easy for you, and it is already so easy, but we want to make sure that you take advantage of what we have to offer, because nobody's offering this. Nobody can offer it. But a cryptocurrency that is in some control of the creators absolutely can do this, especially when our whole system is designed to do that, and will not succeed unless we do that. So thank you guys for coming on and listening to me again today. And if you're new and watching this, again, please take a look at what we have to offer in the description below. And you can contact me. My information is there, and we'll help you get started. Okay? So that's it. Hopefully I'll be here tomorrow at the same time, same place, same channel. It's 5 p.m. is when I usually start at Pacific Daylight Savings Time. So other than that, have a great night, great day, wherever you're at in the world. And I'll talk to you soon.